Welcome to the Smashdale Fantasy Show. League updates, previews, news, musings, recaps, and reviews. Enjoy the show.
All right, fantasy football starlings. We're going to go ahead and welcome to the show. Basically, third show of the season, but first, really since training camp has started there. It's been going on now for 2.5. We're into the third week now, so definitely hope you enjoy the new format. We got an exciting new season here. We're going to try and effort each individual owner. In fact, there'll be some episodes where we're going to have an owner, or indeed we may have a couple owners. You know, for example, one episode may feature Laces Out and the Chippendales. Fall Guy. And go ahead and have like a father-son deal. Or another week we might have, Tad and, perhaps Rags. Kind of that deal. We could also then, in addition to that, have like a Smash and Sons episode. Or, alternatively, just have the two, Half Chub and Sledge, bridesmaids, if you will. Kind of a deal like that. So kind of a theme. We're going to go ahead and take it up a notch. We're going to have late breaking news. In fact, this is not only a program where it's a great podcast for the Good, Bad, and Ugly Dynasty Fantasy League, but also for anybody that plays fantasy football. So, indeed, share the podcast with your friends in other leagues. It's not just GBU league specific, but indeed, I think others can benefit and indeed increase the listenership. The rest of the league up to listenership. Now, if you don't know how to play a podcast, or if you don't know what a podcast is, or how to listen, basically, I will send out the links for each podcast, so you just have to click on it. But alternatively, you can just go to the Smashdale Fantasy Football Show. All you got to do is Google it, or Spotify, or Apple Tunes, or whatever. But get on there, and follow the show, indeed, so you get updates, because there will be, like last year, there was typically only an average of 3 days in between podcasts. So there was a lot of podcasts. We did 24 podcasts last year. So, that's pretty much a lot of podcasts. But we're going to try to keep it real. We're going to kind of try to keep it simple. We're all about, we're all about fantasy football. So, latest in training camp news, and a couple things. Well, for one, Rashad Bateman is out because he really kind of had to have minor surgery on his groinage from the Smash camp, but he's not expected to really compete for a starting role on the Smash squad. But it was going to be interesting and fun to see who he is there. So for you Viking rubes, there's kind of some stuff that you guys got to be aware of. Apparently, this Michael Pierce behemoth, he's actually quite nimble and quite quick. They've been saying Pierce be nimble, Pierce be quick. Okay, Michael Pierce, formerly of, I believe, the Giants. Actually, Sheldon Richardson said today, he said, I never expected to see a guy, his size move like that. And so what you've got is a very big man, strong man, thick, and he can move. So, he'll be pressing through guards. I mean, pretty easily. And then you've got, um, well, Sheldon Richardson will be like a nickel rotating guy. But then you have Daniil Hunter. Um, I'm not sure who's going to be on the other side there for sure. There's a lot of battles going on. But then you have Pierce and yeah, Richardson said, what impresses me the most? He said, actually, how nimble he is as a big guy. Believe it or not, I didn't expect him to move like that in pass rush, Richardson said, but he actually can get off the ball and get after quarterbacks too. Uh, so really, this is his first contest with the Vikings. So, I mean, it's going to be a good test. Oh, Delvin Tomlinson. Yeah, of course. So they've got two new guys in the middle. Totally new guys. Tomlinson, which they picked up. They picked him up in free agency. Okay, Tomlinson called Pierce, quote, one of the strongest people he's ever seen. And his quickness, you can't find that. That's genetics, Tomlinson said. So you basically got Sheldon Richardson, who's no slouch. Delvin Tomlinson, of course, who's knows a thing or two. Basically saying, this dude, like, rules the jungle. I mean, literally, it's his playground. One of the strongest he's ever. Genetics. So 27-year-old Tomlinson's 27-year-old. So it says we're going to show up a lot of different things that we haven't done here in the past. Remains to be seen in which game, but I think will surprise some people, Pierce said. Delvin's a big guy, but he's athletic. He's gotten more sacks than I have. So I'm just learning from him and watching him do one-on-one drills and that kind of stuff. I think we'll have a really beneficial teammanship and make a lot of plays. So I think Tomlinson and Pierce and Hunter. Anyway, it's been kind of slow here outside of training camp. There hasn't been any real super duper exciting training camp news because it's and it's going to look like Tomlin has said that Big Ben's going to play. So we'll get to see what he's going to do. Big Ben, of course, will be maybe crucial to smash his quarterback stable because he's got, of course, Deshaun Watson and that whole saga, and then he's got Jalen Hurts. Is really that's it, except for Lance and so Big Ben could play a key role at least early on. But now the news coming out yesterday is the FBI is questioning Deshaun Watson, but they're questioning Deshaun Watson not for allegations of sex abuse, but regarding whether into any possible strong arming had been done on the part of the victims. Okay, yeah, here it is, extortion. Okay, now we're not jumping to any conclusions here, but for those franchises out there who happen to have high stock in Deshaun Watson, as in the sixth best quarterback in all of fantasy, the news is that the FBI is interviewing Deshaun Watson. Okay, however, his attorney, just Rusty Harden, said they're questioning the star not about the accusations of sexual assault and inappropriate behavior against him. Rather, they spoke with Watson about allegations that one of the women suing him attempted extortion. Harden backtracked on a statement prior made on Tuesday in which he said he did not believe the FBI had been involved in Watson's recent legal matters. But during Wednesday's press conference, Harden stated that Watson had indeed met with the FBI investigators. So the other part of this situation is fluid, and I've been keeping up on it, is that because of these investigations going on, it's quite likely at this point that Deshaun Watson is going to play the entirety of 2021 while this is going on. Okay, so I don't think the NFL is going to tamper. They can because they're God and they don't have to wait for any legal action, but it seems like they're going to wait this one out. especially now with these allegations of possible extortion going on. So they might have to vet this a little bit. But it says here that Busby said he'd met with the FBI 3 times uh, about the allegations of sexual conduct. He said several plaintiffs in the case have also met with the FBI. Until yesterday, I did not know that they were also apparently, and I have no reason to doubt this, investigating Mr. Busby's allegations, Hardin said. Well, I'm glad to hear they are. I wasn't aware of it, but we wouldn't be aware of it. They wouldn't tell us. They're conducting an investigation. Um, we are not the ones who contacted them. They contacted us. We talked to the FBI. We even let them interview Deshaun. And if you all can find a lawyer that will let his client talk to the FBI, if the lawyer had thought his client had done anything wrong or had any exposure, then I'll be very, very surprised. Here it goes on. Anyway, we're not going to get into this, but they're going back and forth, whatnot, and so on and so forth. Hardin saying that Watson met with the FBI. He has not met with the NFL because the league did not want to become involved in any criminal investigations. But however, during an interview, Busby denied the FBI's investigating any of his clients regarding extortion. That's ridiculous, he said, and he knows it. So I don't know what's going on, but it looks to me like there's a good chance that he's going to go ahead and play this year. So not for sure. So you're going to definitely have to have a backup plan because you're going to be left hanging out to dry if you looking through some signings. A lot of people getting waived. Haven't really been playing really much that I can see. I've been watching a little bit of it here, but news regarding Larry Fitzgerald. It just came out today that he's not really feeling like the fire. He basically was quoted saying, "I just don't have the urge to play right now." And that came out just like says he won't be suiting up for the start of the season, but the future Hall of Fame wide receiver stopped short of Friday of announcing his retirement. Asked if he plans to be on the field this season or be a full-time broadcaster. Okay. For now, I'll be a radio broadcaster, Fitzgerald replied. Jim, to be honest with you, I just don't have the urge to play right now. I don't know how I'll feel in September, October, November, moving forward, but I just don't have the urge. And I think I have to be respectful of that. Football is not one of those games you want to walk out there and play and not be fully engaged and ready to prepare and do the things necessary that you need to do. Even as he left the door open for a late season return, okay, it's like, yeah, maybe if I'm needed, I'll come in there and show some fire. The soon-to-be 38-year-old Fitzgerald has come to a full-blown, it's the closest he's come to full-blown retirement. So, but the Cardinals have got A.J. Green, so those of you who are sucked into getting A.J. Green stock, you're probably going to get a little bit on the wide receiver 3 numbers maybe, but they've also got Rondale Moore, okay, so Scholes hoping to capitalize on that. In that trade, he sniped me for John there, but I have Christian Kirk, and I still am high on Christian Kirk, and that's who I was going to trade away. So not so fast. I think Kirk's going to put up more consistent numbers than Rondell, the joystick guy. We've got some more injuries here. The guy in Detroit there, he is about ready to come back here, the way it sounds. What the hell is that guy's name in Detroit? That Swift, DeAndre Swift. And I think he's going to be actually putting in quite a showing for himself this year. I believe that they got rid of Kerryon Johnson, and then Kerryon Johnson also got cut by the Eagles. So those of you who have Kerryon Johnson are pretty much sucking air right now as far as that goes. Sounds like the week 1 grades here, at least how that went. Justin Fields kind of came out and basically shined, looked the part, acted the part. But again, he came in pretty much with the twos, so remains to be seen. But it looks like, at least for now, even if he doesn't start for the first 8 weeks of the season or whatever it is, 9, doesn't matter. If it turns out the season's lost, he'll come on. I think he's put up some big numbers. So he may have the inside track on, at least early on, being the top fantasy quarterback among the rookies, at least early. At least early. However, remains to be seen what happens in Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. You know, he was just picked up by, I think the bridesmaid squad picked him up. But still, they've got some good cred in their outfit there. Looks like Carson Wentz moving on along there. Well, it's still up in the air. They're going to wait till he's at 100%. It looks like they just said yesterday, because we want to see him healthy in 2 months, 2 years, 4 years. How about 2 days, guys? Is it too much to ask for 2 days of healthy Carson Wentz? I mean, I don't know. It says 5 to 12 weeks. Well, I don't know if he's brittle or what, but he's got broken bones in his back. And I don't know. I think he's definitely. I don't think he's going to start for anybody in fantasy. I don't think anybody in the league can start him. But it looks really like Jacob Eason, perhaps in the immediate future, anyway. And the rookie, it says that in week 1 it could be Eason or rookie quarterback Sam Ellinger. Never ever heard of him. Must have been like a 6th rounder or 7th rounder. I don't know. That kind of remains to be seen. We're going to kind of move our way into the actual roster spots and just figure out here about how many players are yet to be cut here. But again, it's only really officially going to be week 2. Some teams have played 3, but really week 2. So there's time here. The cut down date, again, was sent out, so everybody knows. I will announce it again here at the end of the show. It looks like the Crazy Horse squad is on par. Smash has got 3 to get rid of. Purple now is down to 34. He's cut 7 down from 41. Just Win Baby's got, they're on par. Ragnar's Revenge needs to drop weight on 1. Chubb's got to drop 2. Boomer Nation has got to drop 7. CC Fall Guy again 7. So 2 for Laces and 8. Count of 8 for Brides. 8 off his squad. So Meat Curtains has got to drop 11 guys off of his roster. Okay, within, I believe it's a week, something like that. And Skull's on par, so you can see that's 30 guys or something that are going to be dropped loose like rocks in the coming days. So not a lot of positivity coming out of that for the most part. It's all pretty much going to be dead weight at that stage, unless you are severely desperate or severely thin at this late stage in the game. However, we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and look at that schedule, which I believe is in place already. Purple's going to go ahead and open the year at Smashmouth. Smashmouth is currently minus 17, so they're clearly the favorites there. Boomer Nation will take on Crazy Horse. Meat Curtains will take on Brides in a Super Bowl rematch. I was in the title this year. Half Chubb against Skull. CC Fall Guy at Laces Out. Just Win Baby at Ragnar's Revenge. So Should be an exciting year. Looking forward to another year really of having no life outside of just Sunday. Otherwise, there's not much to life. Kind of getting back into some more updates here. Dolphins for those of you who have Miles Gaskin stock out there. Just came out the other day here that Brian Flores, the old head coach there in Miami, kind of hinting basically at a running back by committee situation here. So, quote, we're going to use them situationally as best fits their skill set. That's just what you want to hear when you have Miles Gaskin. We're going to use them situationally as best fits their skill set and what's best for the team. Miles Gaskin can play first, second, third down, but depending on the situation, we may put another player in there. Malcolm Brown is a little bigger, what you may consider a power back. Miles is a change of pace, good quickness. Selvin Ahmed has good speed coming out of the backfield. They all played well in the preseason game. Okay, so meanwhile, Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, and Albert Wilson, who I didn't even know was still around, are out. But is that really what you want? Miles Gaskin, who basically, you know, is worthy of a workhorse type role, having your coach say to you, your boss, Miles is a change of pace. Okay, so I really don't think the new coach is going to be friendly for Miles Gaskin, the Gaskin owners. Devontae Smith, the highly touted rookie, is back at practice today. That's really the news on him. I mean, basically, I don't know that he's Elijah Moore. No, he's been lighting it up this preseason, and I was high on Elijah. I didn't have the chance to take him, but anyway, he's back this week, and he has pretty much been a standout. So I think the arrow is pointed up for those Elijah Moore owners. So I think he could be contributing to your squad in a fairly early manner there. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know if Trevor Lawrence squads are going to go ahead and plan on trotting him out there. Most indeed, at this stage, should not have to, I think, in most leagues. But, you know, they keep saying that, you know, hey, it's competition. You know, Minshew, we've got Minshew. So when exactly he is named the starter is a detail by comparison. So they're probably going to start with Minshew. So I don't know what they're going to do. But the coach that pisses me off is that guy out in Washington, Ron Rivera, basically coming out and fuming about personal liberty and rights, civil rights, and basically saying you all should be basically strapped down and be injected the shot, you know, against your will en masse. And to hell with human rights. So not sure that Riverboat Ron is the right guy to have on your fantasy roster right now. But what we're going to look at now is our good friend, who is this? Is it Prager? I don't know who this was, but it's looking like Mahomie, Josh Allen, number 2, number 3, Russell Wilson, number 4, Kyle Murray, 5, Lamar Jackson, 6, Dak Prescott, 7, Aaron A-Rod, 8, Brady, 9, Justin Herbert. Way down too far in my opinion. Tannehill 10, Jalen Hurts coming in at 11. So still a QB1, it looks like. Joe Burrow, of course, in Cincinnati. So those of you who have Hurts may also have Cousins comes in at 13, QB2, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, Trevor Lawrence, Derek Carr, Sam Arnold at 18 for Carolina, Daniel Jones at 19, and of course Trey Lance picking up at number 20. So already a QB2 there. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the receivers quick, just for an early season. This was updated essentially yesterday on the 19th. So we're going to go ahead and look at receivers quick here. Number 1, Tyreek Hill. 2, Devontae Adams. 3, Calvin Ridley. Metcalf. 4, DeAndre Hopkins at 5, Diggs at 7, Jefferson at 8, A.J. Brown at 9, and Mike Evans at 10. Not sure I like that answer. Keenan Allen at 11, Cooper at 12, Thielen at 13, Robinson at 14, Woods at 15, Lockett at 16, McLaurin at 17, Cooper Kupp at 18, CeeDee Lamb at 19, and Chris Godwin at number 20. So I really am not liking that at all. I don't know where that comes from, but to have Mike Evans going for 77 for 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, and to have Godwin coming in at 72 catches for 960 yards and 8 touchdowns, I don't really think so. But we're going to probably cut it off there tonight, folks, and we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But let's just go ahead and look forward to week 2, see what happens, and play it by ear. Probably have a guest on next week. So signing off right now, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Thanks for listening to the Smash Dell Fantasy Football Show Bonanza Extravaganza, where you hear league news, musings, league updates, recaps, and of course, previews, an in-depth look at all things fantasy and good, bad, and ugly. Thank you for listening.